Michael was very quiet when he first arrived, and he would just sit back, observe, watch, and I think he knew himself that he had to learn a lot. He would just be like a sponge. He'd go and watch games. That's how he did learn.
When he first came down in 2005, he was told to hang around. I'm not guaranteed to get a game. Just learn as much as you can. Within a few weeks, I think he got the tap on the shoulder, was given a uniform and a kit bag and told, hey mate, you're umpiring. So that's where it all started.
Dependable, reliable, consistent are probably used about Washy quite a bit. And I think they're very apt in describing who Washy was and what he did down here, but I think they don't capture the amount of work that Washy actually put in behind the scenes to get to that stage.
I think one of the things, if you speak about Washy, you've really got to speak about his consistency as an umpire. When we looked at his stats ahead of his 300th game, we worked out that over the course of that time since his debut until his 300th game, he umpired 300 out of a potential 330 league games. That includes finals, just an incredible level of consistency umpiring at sort of the top level to not miss those amount of games.
Last year, Brad got inducted and we all spoke about how Brad is the kind of the father figure of the group, so I guess that makes Washy the mum of the group. Yeah, he always took the lead, him and Brad, like a true mum and dad combo. They were always bickering, but they were always telling us what to do, and they always had the group's best interests at heart.
Yeah, Washy provided a strong sense of leadership on and off the track and held us accountable, made sure that when we had to do our session and work hard, that we were working as hard as possible and not taking any shortcuts such as cutting cones.
I think he was a great mentor for all the junior umpires coming through underneath him. I certainly learned a lot from him, I know, in that regards, but right till the end of his career he was still coming down to pre-season to train with the AFL boys and that sort of thing, which he wasn't the quickest, but he was still giving it a crack.
I think Washy had done maybe 4 or 5 GFs. He messaged me to come and train with me and some of the other boys who would train at Wesley off his own bat. The guy just wanted to get better, no matter whether it was his first game or his 300th game. He just wanted to improve, and he'd always kind of give it his all. He maybe wasn't the most, or how do I put this politely, talented runner, but you can't knock his work ethic, and it shows with the results.
Washy, really to his credit, he trained really hard and he was one of the few guys that would come down. He'd always be there at January, running around Wesley with the AFL guys, and pretty much the hardest sessions of the year in 35-degree heat. Don't think Wesley needed to water the grounds for a few months after that with the amount of sweat that flicked off Washy during those sessions.
And obviously his strengths were the ability he knew the rules, he knew how to apply them, his ability to concentrate for a whole game. That was his strengths, and that came through in his dedication of everything that he did. He was always looking for that way to improve himself.
One of my favourite moments of dinner dance every year was it getting to about 9:30 at night and Washy finding a dessert spoon on the table that had not been used and attaching it to his nose on the dance floor and proceeding to parade around with a spoon hanging off his nose. We waited in anticipation every year for this moment.
Well, I just remember Washy and the silver spoon and on the nose.
Every dinner dance, yes. Hopefully he gets that tonight, eh?
I reckon he should be in the Hall of Fame for spoon tricks, but...
I'm going to be perfectly honest, I don't remember the actual moment, but the vision is burned into my brain, and I think it's great that after the number of games he did, you can find one piece of vision and that's it. And I think that just summarises how regimented he was in every game, that it took until one accidental backpedaling to really become his signature move.
Washy's an angry guy. He's the first umpire that I've really seen have white line fever without having to cross a white line. He once tried to tackle Nath Doig in a stretching circle after Doigie was making jokes about him.
Oh yeah, I ran up to hug Washy. I think I just wanted to annoy him. He was very easy to annoy. And he put me in a headlock and tried to rub my face in the dirt, I think.
In general, on and off the field, nothing compared to Washy's enthusiasm when a game of handball appeared on a Thursday night. never seen a man take a social sport so seriously and try absolutely everything he could to win, towing the line between a non-contact sport and a contact sport before Brad proceeded to tell us off, and we all had to make sure we stayed 5 feet away from Washi.
He's pretty much the most aggressive player of our handball game that we've seen. Although he didn't do it specifically, his aggression was a contributor to Jace Collingridge having a broken nose.
Handball, Thursday night handball. Which, you know, Washi just got a little bit heated, and you know, might have got suspended for a few weeks, I think, for playing handball.
Again, most of these things Brad Hunt and I did push his buttons to rile him up as much as possible, just because it's quite enjoyable.
He was always a lot of fun to run with. He was very sweaty. He would have been very good as a player because he would have been very hard to tackle. Probably wouldn't have got a lot of kicks. But no, he was just a good man, Michael. Good man.
But he had that ability to, at the halfway mark of the season, really dial it up and umpire really well in the second half of the year, so that it became impossible to not select him for finals. His level of performance was something that we could always rely on with Washi. He was just rock solid, wasn't the greatest umpire out there, but you knew what you were going to get with him. He was going to give you 100% effort every time. That's what got him 8 grand finals.
So sorry, 8 league grand finals, the great man did. 5 of them we did together, me and Washi.
Wow.
So we did 5 grand finals together. 4 of them we ran on the same side. And probably the most memorable for him would be the most memorable for me as well, which was the 2010 grand final. It was our first grand final, league grand final together. 2010 grand final, you know, people have seen the highlights, the 1-pointer, Swans got up. Just an awesome game of footy. We umpired on the same side. Other things that come to mind career-wise for him, you know, he won the 2013 Devine medal. And probably a memory for most who were there that night was the length of that speech. People say it was long, but it was ridiculous. So we can only hope tonight's a little shorter. It's going to be a long night.
Congratulations, Washi, on your induction into the WAFL Hall of Fame. Much deserved, and it was a pleasure to be able to share the field with you and the track.
Michael, congratulations on being inducted into the Hall of Fame. I mean, it's great to see that you've been inducted. The contributions that you've made on and off the field have been significant over your time down here at the umpiring.
No, I think just it's a very well-deserved achievement. Yeah, it's just a testament to the perseverance of the man to keep coming back year after year and set a benchmark that realistically any young guy or girl coming down to WAFL could just aspire to and achieve. Everyone, I think, down here enjoyed hanging out with him and enjoyed having a beer with him and enjoyed learning from him.
Washi, congratulations, mate. As I mentioned, you've put in a mountain of work to get where you are, and this is just recognition for that, so a big well done from me, mate.
The thing about you, Michael, is that when you put your head on the pillow every Saturday night, I'm sure you know that you give 100% effort on the day, and that was thoroughly deserved. And all I can say, mate, is congratulations on a wonderful career.
Congratulations on tonight, mate. For me, I'll always remember you for being the rock of the group. Your commitment, your leadership, your good banter gelled the group together for such a long period. I'm so glad this award recognises everything that you've achieved over your career. I'm looking so forward to celebrating tonight with you, mate. Congratulations.
Washi, congratulations, mate, on being inducted into the WAFL Hall of Fame. It's an incredible honour and one you thoroughly deserve. The numbers speak for themselves, mate, and your numbers are ones that most could only dream of. Your dedication to umpiring was second to none, and you gave it your all. Well done, mate. Congratulations again, and I'm very happy I could be here to celebrate it with you.
Washi, congratulations on your induction into the WAFL Hall of Fame. You're absolutely a deserving member of this elite group. You and your family should be so proud, and it's been a pleasure to share part of your umpiring journey with you.
Congratulations, Mum.